Have you ever found yourself bending over backward to please others, sacrificing your own peace in the process? It's a common struggle, one that many of us face perhaps more often than we'd like to admit. But what if there was a way to reclaim your power and find a sense of inner peace without constantly seeking approval? Today, we're delving into the ancient wisdom of Stoic philosophy, a school of thought that has helped countless individuals navigate the complexities of human emotions and societal expectations. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what is within our control and to let go of the rest. As we explore this philosophy, we'll uncover practical strategies to stop people-pleasing tendencies and instead cultivate self-empowerment. Whether you're dealing with difficult relationships, workplace pressures, or societal expectations, the insights we discuss today could transform how you respond to life's challenges. So stay tuned as we embark on this journey of empowerment and discover how embracing Stoic principles can lead to a more balanced and fulfilling life, free from the anxiety of constantly trying to please everyone. Understanding people-pleasing starts with recognizing those behaviors that seem all too familiar. These are the moments when you find yourself saying yes to things that drain your energy or agreeing with opinions just to avoid conflict. At its core, people-pleasing is the habit of prioritizing others' needs and desires over your own. It often stems from a deep-seated fear of rejection or a craving for acceptance. This tendency can manifest in various ways, such as agreeing to tasks that overwhelm you, constantly seeking validation, or even suppressing your true opinions and feelings to fit in. Socially, there is immense pressure to conform and please, as many cultures and communities value harmony and approval. Psychologically, the roots can be traced back to childhood experiences where approval from caregivers was equated with love and acceptance. But the impact of these tendencies is profound. It can lead to stress as you struggle to meet everyone's expectations. Over time, it can erode your sense of self-worth, leaving you feeling anxious and undervalued. The constant drive to satisfy others' needs can cloud your decision-making, causing you to lose sight of your own goals and desires. In many cases, this pattern can become so ingrained that it feels like second nature, making it challenging to break free. But by understanding these behaviors and their origins, you can start to identify when and why you are engaging in people-pleasing. This awareness is the first step towards change, allowing you to begin setting boundaries and reclaiming your sense of self. As we continue, we'll explore how Stoic philosophy offers tools and perspectives to help you shift away from this pattern and towards a more empowered and self-directed life. The impact of people-pleasing on mental health is significant and far-reaching. When you constantly seek to please others, the stress that arises from trying to meet unrealistic expectations can be overwhelming. This stress is often just the beginning, as it can quickly cascade into anxiety, leaving you feeling nervous and on edge. The constant worry about how others perceive you drains your emotional energy, leading to feelings of exhaustion and burnout. Furthermore, this behavior can severely undermine your self-worth. As you continuously put others' preferences above your own, you may begin to question your value and significance, creating a cycle of doubt and insecurity. Studies have shown that people who habitually seek to please others are more susceptible to developing anxiety disorders and depression. One study found that individuals who frequently suppress their own emotions to maintain peace in relationships report higher levels of stress and lower satisfaction in life. The tendency to people-please can also distort your self-image, as your identity starts to mold around others' expectations rather than your true self. This detachment from your authentic desires can lead to a profound sense of emptiness, making it challenging to establish genuine connections both with others and yourself. By becoming aware of the psychological consequences of people-pleasing, you can start to understand its pervasive nature. Acknowledging these effects is crucial to taking the first steps towards change. In the following sections, we will explore how Stoic philosophy can offer practical strategies and insights to transcend these patterns, enabling you to reclaim your mental well-being and build a life that aligns with your true values and aspirations. Origins of people-pleasing behaviors can often be traced back to our early childhood experiences. During those formative years, we learn to associate approval from caregivers with feelings of love and acceptance. If a child perceives that pleasing others leads to positive reinforcement, this behavior can quickly become ingrained. For instance, a child who receives praise for being obedient might grow up believing that saying yes and conforming is the key to being valued. As we transition into adulthood, societal expectations further reinforce this mindset. Many cultures celebrate those who put others before themselves, labeling them as selfless and caring. However, this can often translate into an unrelenting pressure to prioritize everyone else's happiness over our own. Moreover, our self-esteem plays a significant role in the development of people-pleasing tendencies. Individuals with low self-esteem may seek validation from others to compensate for their lack of self-worth. They might view people-pleasing as a means to gain acceptance, mistakenly equating it with being loved and appreciated. The struggle for approval may lead them to suppress their own opinions and desires. Popular theories suggest that people-pleasing is also linked to attachment styles, as those with an anxious attachment might constantly seek reassurance from others, fearing abandonment if they do not accommodate others' needs. Consider Sarah, who grew up in a household where her accomplishments were the main source of affection. Over time, she learned to equate her value with her ability to meet external expectations. As an adult, Sarah finds it challenging to say no, constantly bending to others' demands even at the cost of her own well-being. These patterns can be difficult to break, but recognizing their roots is a powerful step towards change. By understanding these origins, you gain insight into why you might feel compelled to please others at the expense of your own needs. Armed with this knowledge, the journey towards self-empowerment and authenticity begins as you learn to set boundaries and honor your own values. In the coming sections, we will delve into how Stoic philosophy provides tools and insights to help shift away from these deep-seated behaviors, allowing you to embrace a more balanced and self-directed life. Introduction to Stoicism begins with understanding its core principles of rationality, virtue, and the concept of control. Stoicism teaches us to approach life's challenges with a clear and logical mindset, allowing us to make decisions based on reason rather than emotion. This rationality helps us identify when we are engaging in people-pleasing behaviors that may not serve our best interests. At the heart of Stoicism is the pursuit of virtue, which encourages us to act with wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline. These virtues guide us to do what is right for ourselves and others without the need for external approval. By focusing on virtuous living, we can align our actions with our own values rather than bending to the expectations of others. Perhaps the most liberating principle of Stoicism is the idea of understanding what is within our control and what is not. This dichotomy of control helps us let go of worries about how others perceive us, enabling us to focus on our own growth and decisions. By accepting that we cannot control the opinions of others, we free ourselves from the endless cycle of trying to please everyone. Through rational thought, virtuous behavior, and acknowledging our own limits of control, Stoicism offers a powerful framework to break free from the grip of people-pleasing. It empowers us to live authentically, grounded in self-appreciation and respect for our own boundaries. In the next sections, we'll explore practical ways to apply these Stoic principles to foster self-empowerment and lead a life that is true to oneself. The power of self-control is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, emphasizing the mastery of one's own reactions rather than attempting to control external events. Imagine being in a situation where someone criticizes your work. Instead of immediately reacting with defensiveness or anxiety, take a moment to consider the criticism from a rational standpoint. By doing so, you demonstrate the Stoic practice of pausing and reflecting before responding. This approach allows you to keep your emotions in check and focuses your energy on what you can control, your response and attitude. In situations where you might feel compelled to please others, self-control empowers you to make choices aligned with your true desires and values. Rather than agreeing to a request out of fear of disappointing someone, you can assess whether it genuinely aligns with your goals. This helps you avoid overcommitting and sacrificing your own needs for the sake of others' approval. Mastering self-control fosters a sense of empowerment because it shifts your focus from an unpredictable external world to a stable internal one where you are in charge. This internal focus reduces the anxiety that comes from striving to meet others' expectations and allows you to stand by your decisions confidently. By honing self-control, you cultivate a sense of autonomy and freedom, leading to a life where you pursue what truly matters to you. As we delve deeper, consider how this mastery over your reactions can transform your interactions and help you break free from the chains of people-pleasing, moving towards a life of genuine self-respect and authenticity. Practicing acceptance is a powerful element of Stoic philosophy, teaching us to embrace things as they are instead of dwelling on how we wish them to be. Imagine facing a situation that didn't go as planned, like receiving feedback that wasn't entirely positive or encountering a sudden change in your personal life. In these moments, acceptance means acknowledging the reality of what has occurred without resistance or denial. By doing so, we liberate ourselves from unnecessary stress and emotional turmoil that arises when we cling to expectations. This acceptance doesn't mean we passively endure everything that comes our way, but rather we recognize what is beyond our control and choose to respond with grace and understanding. When we stop trying to mold every scenario to fit our desires, we reduce the weight of others' opinions. Instead of worrying about how we measure up in someone else's eyes, we focus on what truly matters to us. This shift in perspective allows us to invest our energy in personal growth, pursuing our authentic goals with clarity and purpose. By practicing acceptance, we foster resilience and open ourselves to new opportunities for self-improvement and learning. It transforms our mindset, helping us approach life's uncertainties with a calm and balanced attitude. As we continue to explore Stoic teachings, remember that embracing acceptance is not about surrendering ambition, but about finding strength in the present moment. It's about letting go of the futile struggle to control everything and instead directing our attention toward what we can change, ourselves. This journey of acceptance lays the groundwork for deeper self-empowerment and freedom, paving the way for a life guided by our own values and aspirations. Dichotomy of control is a fundamental concept in Stoic philosophy that teaches us to differentiate between what is within our control and what is not. Imagine standing at a crossroads. One path leads to things you can influence, such as your thoughts, emotions, and actions. The other path takes you to factors outside your control, like other people's opinions, external events, or past outcomes. By recognizing this distinction, you gain clarity on where to focus your energy effectively. Instead of expending effort trying to change the unchangeable, you can channel your resources into areas that align with your personal growth and well-being. Prioritizing this inner locus of control empowers you to set boundaries and make decisions based on what matters to you, rather than constantly seeking validation from others. For example, when faced with criticism, acknowledging that you cannot control how others perceive you frees you from the burden of people-pleasing. It allows you to focus on refining your skills and improving yourself, actions that are well within your grasp. With this understanding, you can confidently stand by your choices, knowing they are rooted in your values and not swayed by external pressures. As you apply the dichotomy of control, you cultivate a life where personal needs take precedence over the relentless pursuit of others' approval, leading to genuine contentment and resilience. This powerful Stoic insight is a stepping stone toward self-empowerment, enabling you to live authentically and with purpose, the role of virtue at the heart of Stoic philosophy serves as a guiding light for our actions and decisions, helping us rely less on the approval of others. Imagine a scenario where you're making a decision that could impact your career or personal life. In such moments, the Stoic virtue of wisdom encourages you to look beyond immediate gratification or external praise, urging you to consider the long-term impact of your choices. Wisdom is about understanding the deeper consequences of our actions and aligning them with our true values rather than chasing fleeting recognition. Alongside wisdom, moral courage empowers us to stand firm in our convictions, even when faced with pressure to conform to others' expectations. It's the inner strength that allows us to act according to our principles, regardless of what others might say or think. By cultivating these virtues, we build a strong internal compass that guides us in making authentic choices, free from the need for external validation. This focus on virtue creates a life led by integrity and self-respect, where our worth is determined by our character and actions, not by others' opinions. As you integrate Stoic virtues into your daily life, you pave the way for decisions that reflect who you truly are, fostering a sense of fulfillment and peace that comes from living authentically. This path of virtue gradually diminishes the urge to people-please, replacing it with the courage to honor your own values and aspirations. As we continue exploring Stoicism, remember that embracing virtue is not just about adhering to a moral code, but about empowering yourself to be the architect of a life that resonates with your true self. Emotional resilience, a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, is about developing the inner strength to face life's ups and downs without being swayed by external opinions. Consider a time when you received criticism, whether at work or in a personal relationship. The immediate instinct might be to either defend yourself or internalize it, but Stoicism offers a different approach. By focusing on emotional resilience, you learn to view criticism not as a personal attack but as an opportunity for growth and reflection. This mindset allows you to process feedback objectively, filtering out the noise of irrelevant judgments and focusing on what truly matters, your values and goals. Building emotional resilience means acknowledging your worth comes from within, not from others' perceptions. When faced with rejection, instead of dwelling on feelings of inadequacy, Stoicism reminds us to focus on aspects we can control, such as our reactions and continued self-improvement. This approach not only boosts self-confidence but also reinforces our commitment to living according to personal principles. By cultivating emotional resilience, you guard your mental well-being against the destabilizing effects of criticism and rejection, maintaining a steady course toward self-empowerment. This resilience strengthens your resolve to remain true to your values, fostering a life of integrity and purpose. As you integrate these Stoic teachings, notice how they transform your ability to handle challenges with grace and poise, creating a sturdy foundation upon which your authentic self can flourish. Setting personal boundaries is crucial for preserving your mental space and energy, and Stoic philosophy offers valuable insight into this practice. Imagine your personal space as a garden that needs tending. Without a fence, it becomes vulnerable to outside influences, leaving your well-being exposed to the demands of others. Setting boundaries is like building that fence. It defines what you allow into your space and protects your inner peace. Stoicism teaches us the importance of knowing our limits and having the courage to honor them. This means being clear about your values, recognizing what matters to you, and having the confidence to say no when necessary. By establishing these boundaries, you create a protective barrier that prevents others from infringing on your time and energy. Picture yourself in a situation where a friend asks for a favor that you're not comfortable with. Instead of automatically agreeing out of a desire to please, pause and consider whether this action aligns with your priorities. Communicate your boundaries respectfully but firmly. This not only safeguards your well-being but also strengthens your relationships as it encourages mutual respect and understanding. setting boundaries is not about being selfish. It's about ensuring that you can give your best to others by first taking care of yourself. As you practice this Stoic principle, you will find it easier to navigate social obligations and expectations, leading to a life where your energy is spent on what truly brings you fulfillment. Embrace this empowering practice and watch how it transforms your interactions, fostering a sense of freedom and authenticity that supports your journey towards self-empowerment. Self-reflection and journaling are powerful tools within Stoic philosophy that encourage a deeper understanding of personal motivations and help reduce people-pleasing behaviors. Imagine setting aside a few moments each day to engage in the practice of journaling, allowing your thoughts and feelings to flow freely onto the page. This act of writing becomes a mirror, reflecting your inner world and offering insights into why you might feel compelled to please others. Through the lens of Stoicism, journaling is not just about recording events, but about examining your responses to them. It's an opportunity to question the origins of your actions and assess whether they align with your true values and desires. By regularly engaging in this practice, you begin to identify patterns, such as times when you prioritize others' needs over your own. As these patterns become clear, so does your understanding of what drives your people-pleasing tendencies. Consider the experience of jotting down your thoughts after a challenging encounter, asking yourself questions like, "What was my genuine motivation for saying yes?" Or did this decision reflect my authentic self? Over time, you cultivate greater self-awareness and clarity, enabling you to make decisions that reflect your true intentions rather than reacting out of habit or expectation. The simple act of journaling can create a space for honest dialogue with yourself, fostering a sense of empowerment as you discover what truly matters to you. This process builds a foundation for setting boundaries and making choices that honor your values. As you integrate journaling into your routine, notice how this self-reflective practice becomes a transformative ally in your journey toward self-empowerment, helping you step away from the cycle of people-pleasing and embrace a life guided by authenticity. Mindfulness and present focus are key elements in Stoic philosophy that can significantly diminish the stress associated with people-pleasing. Imagine stepping outside on a beautiful day, noticing the warmth of the sun on your skin and the gentle breeze on your face. This moment of awareness is a practice of being fully present and attentive to the here and now. Stoicism emphasizes this state of mindfulness, urging us to center our attention on the present rather than losing ourselves in worries about others' expectations or future outcomes. By concentrating on the immediate experience, you no longer dwell on the incessant need for external approval or what others might think. Instead, you ground yourself in the reality of the current moment where your true power resides. Consider the simple act of making a decision. Often, people feel an urge to accommodate others out of fear of potential repercussions or judgments. But when you embrace Stoic mindfulness, the focus shifts from these speculative concerns to what is genuinely important to you right now. This approach fosters a sense of clarity and purpose, allowing your decisions to stem from personal values and genuine intentions. Practicing mindfulness helps to quiet the internal chatter that fuels people-pleasing tendencies, offering a calm space where your thoughts can settle and your priorities become clear. As you cultivate this awareness, you begin to notice how much lighter and more empowered you feel when you are not burdened by the need to fulfill others' expectations. By staying focused on the present, you nurture a mindset of self-assuredness and authenticity, paving the way for a life where you honor your own needs and desires. This practice of mindfulness transforms your interactions and helps you reclaim the autonomy to live according to what truly matters to you. Inner peace through detachment is a profound concept in Stoic philosophy, where the key lies in learning to let go of others' opinions. Imagine standing firm like a rock in a turbulent sea, unaffected by the waves crashing around you. This is the essence of Stoic detachment, an inner steadiness that comes from understanding that the opinions and judgments of others are beyond your control. By practicing detachment, you begin to free yourself from the anxiety that often accompanies the desire for approval or fear of criticism. It encourages us to focus on what truly matters, our own beliefs, actions, and values, rather than being swayed by the ever-changing tides of public opinion. Picture yourself in a situation where someone comments on your choices or lifestyle. Instead of internalizing their words or feeling compelled to justify yourself, you turn inward, assessing whether their opinion aligns with your values. This practice does not mean becoming indifferent or immune to feedback, but rather choosing which voices to heed and which to release. Through detachment, you nurture a sense of self-reliance, trusting in your own judgment and accepting that you cannot please everyone. This liberation from the need for external validation cultivates inner peace as you redirect your energy towards what you can control, your thoughts and actions. As you embrace stoic detachment, you empower yourself to live authentically, grounded in your own convictions rather than others' perceptions. This journey towards inner peace is about finding strength and contentment within, paving the way for a life marked by autonomy and genuine self-respect. By letting go of the weight of others' opinions, you create space for a more serene and empowered existence, one where your true self can flourish. The influence of Epictetus shines brightly in the realm of personal freedom and empowerment. He famously taught that while we cannot control external events, we have complete authority over our own minds and responses. This insight serves as a powerful tool for overcoming people-pleasing tendencies. Picture a moment when you feel obligated to meet someone else's expectations, even when it conflicts with your own needs. Epictetus would encourage us to pause and reflect, recognizing that true freedom lies in our ability to choose our reactions. By understanding that our peace of mind should not be held hostage by others' demands or judgments, we can begin to reclaim our autonomy. Epictetus emphasizes the importance of aligning our actions with our values, urging us to prioritize our own principles over external validation. Instead of bending to the whims of others, we are reminded to focus on what is genuinely within our control, our thoughts and decisions. Consider a situation where you're pressured to conform to a group decision that doesn't resonate with you. Drawing on Epictetus's teachings, you could choose to stand firm in your beliefs, understanding that your happiness and self-worth do not depend on the approval of others. This approach allows you to break free from the chains of people-pleasing, cultivating a life where your choices are guided by integrity and authenticity. By embracing the wisdom of Epictetus, you empower yourself to live with courage and self-respect, nurturing an inner freedom that no external force can take away. As you integrate these insights into your daily life, notice how your interactions transform, leading to more genuine and fulfilling relationships. This journey of empowerment is about letting go of the need to constantly please others and stepping confidently into a life where your true self can thrive, free from the constraints of external expectations. Lessons from Marcus Aurelius revolve around the concepts of self-sufficiency and self-empowerment, both cornerstones for resisting the urge to people-please. As a Roman emperor and a Stoic philosopher, Marcus Aurelius emphasized the importance of relying on oneself as the foundation for a fulfilled life. He believed that true strength comes from within and encouraged individuals to cultivate an inner fortress impervious to external pressures and opinions. Imagine standing tall like a tree deeply rooted in the ground, unshaken by the winds of others' expectations. This is the essence of self-sufficiency that Marcus Aurelius championed. By focusing on internal growth and resilience, you fortify yourself against the temptations of seeking approval. Marcus Aurelius urged us to reflect on our intentions and to act according to our principles rather than external validation. He taught that our worth is not defined by others' perceptions, but by our own integrity and wisdom. Picture yourself in a scenario where you're tempted to take on more responsibilities at work just to impress your colleagues. By channeling Marcus Aurelius's teachings, you pause to consider whether this decision aligns with your own goals and values, rather than simply trying to gain favor. This perspective encourages you to stay true to yourself, nurturing a sense of self-empowerment that supersedes the need for external approval. Through the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, you learn to resist the incessant pull of people-pleasing, fostering a life of authenticity where your choices are guided by inner strength and personal values. By embodying these teachings, you begin to lead a life where you are the architect of your own happiness, independent of others' opinions or expectations. This journey toward self-sufficiency and empowerment allows you to stand confidently in your truth, creating a space where your genuine self can thrive and flourish. Seneca's wisdom on self-value sheds valuable light on the journey of overcoming the need for external approval. This Stoic thinker believed that true worth comes from within, not from the praise or recognition of others. In his letters, Seneca emphasized the importance of self-respect and the futility of depending on outside validation to define one's identity. Imagine yourself as a painter crafting a masterpiece. The value of your work lies not in others' opinions but in your skill and the dedication you put into each brushstroke. Seneca encourages us to see ourselves as artists of our own lives, finding fulfillment in what we create for ourselves rather than seeking applause. He cautions against the endless pursuit of approval, warning that it leads to a life driven by the whims of others instead of personal purpose. In practical terms, this means setting time aside to reflect on what genuinely matters to us. By aligning our actions with our core values, we nurture a sense of self-worth that is independent of external praise. Consider dedicating moments each day to remind yourself of your intrinsic worth, acknowledging your accomplishments and appreciating your growth. Just as Seneca advised, focus on living a life characterized by virtue and personal integrity. This perspective allows you to stand tall in your identity, unapologetically pursuing your path. The freedom from seeking approval creates space for authentic self-expression and a deeper connection to what truly fulfills you. As you incorporate Seneca's insights into your life, notice how this shift transforms your interactions and decisions, empowering you to live with confidence and self-respect. This wisdom reminds us that by valuing ourselves from within, we unlock a reservoir of strength and resilience, paving the way for genuine self-empowerment. Embrace these teachings and watch as the need for external validation fades, replaced by a profound sense of inner fulfillment and peace. Building self-confidence is an essential aspect of Stoicism, as it teaches us to focus on self-worth instead of seeking external validation. Imagine the quiet strength of a mountain, standing tall and unshaken despite the changing weather. This is the kind of inner confidence Stoicism encourages us to develop, not reliant on others but rooted in our own values and principles. By understanding that our worth is inherent and not determined by others' opinions, we lay the foundation for true self-confidence. Stoic teachings urge us to recognize our unique strengths and contributions, viewing them as intrinsic qualities that do not fluctuate with external praise or criticism. Consider the task of learning a new skill where the emphasis is on the personal growth and effort you invest rather than the accolades you might receive. This shift in perspective allows you to take pride in your journey, appreciating your progress without comparing yourself to others. Stoicism also guides us in embracing failure as an opportunity for growth rather than a reflection of our worth. By seeing setbacks as learning experiences, we reinforce our confidence in our ability to adapt and improve. Picture yourself in a scenario where you face a challenge at work. Instead of fearing judgment, approach it with a mindset of curiosity and resilience, focusing on what you can learn and how you can grow. This approach nurtures a self-assuredness that is immune to external validation, enabling you to move through life with an empowered sense of self. As you integrate Stoic principles into your daily routine, notice how your confidence blossoms, empowering you to pursue your dreams and aspirations with certainty and determination. This journey towards self-confidence is about celebrating your authentic self, acknowledging your worth, and living in alignment with your true values. Through Stoicism, embrace the freedom that comes with self-belief, paving the way for a life where your inner strength guides your every decision and interaction. The art of saying no is a vital Stoic practice that empowers us to live in alignment with our own values, rather than constantly seeking to appease others. Imagine a scenario where you're asked to take on an additional task at work, despite your schedule already being packed. The instinct might be to agree, fearing potential disappointment or disapproval from colleagues. Yet, Stoic philosophy encourages us to pause and prioritize our own needs and commitments. By learning to say no, you create space for what truly matters to you, allowing your energy and resources to be spent on pursuits that align with your personal goals and values. This act of refusing is not about being dismissive or unkind. It's about respecting your own time and well-being. Consider this moment as an opportunity to exercise your autonomy, knowing that you are in control of your decisions and not obligated to meet every request. As you master the art of saying no, you cultivate a sense of empowerment, fostering an environment where your choices are guided by self-respect and authenticity. In practice, saying no becomes a powerful statement of your priorities, reinforcing that your life is shaped by your own values, not dictated by external demands. Embrace this Stoic wisdom and watch as your confidence and clarity grow, enabling you to navigate life's challenges with a renewed sense of purpose and integrity. Practicing gratitude is a powerful Stoic practice that encourages us to shift our focus from external validation to internal contentment. Imagine taking a moment each day to reflect on the simple things that bring joy and meaning to your life. A warm cup of coffee in the morning, the smile of a loved one, or the beauty of a sunset. These small moments, often overlooked, are treasures that cultivate a sense of gratitude. By recognizing and appreciating these everyday experiences, we begin to anchor ourselves in the present, finding fulfillment in what we already have rather than constantly seeking more. Stoicism teaches us that contentment comes not from external possessions or accolades, but from a deep appreciation for the present moment and its inherent truths. This practice of gratitude opens our eyes to the abundance that surrounds us, reducing the desire to chase after empty approval or material gains. Consider a situation where you might feel tempted to compare yourself to others or measure your worth by their standards. Instead of succumbing to these external pressures, pause and reflect on the things you are grateful for. This shift in perspective not only fosters a sense of inner peace, but also strengthens your resilience against the pull of people-pleasing. Gratitude encourages us to focus on our own journey, nurturing a mindset of sufficiency and self-assurance. By practicing gratitude consistently, we build a foundation of internal contentment that diminishes the need for external validation. Embrace this Stoic wisdom, letting gratitude guide your thoughts and actions as it transforms your worldview and enriches your sense of self-worth. As you cultivate this practice, notice how your interactions and relationships blossom, grounded in genuine appreciation and authenticity. This journey toward gratitude is a step toward self-empowerment, where your happiness is defined by your own values and experiences, creating a life of fulfillment and peace. Balancing empathy and self-care is a vital principle in Stoic philosophy, guiding us to prevent the pitfalls of martyrdom. Imagine yourself on an airplane, listening as the flight attendant explains the safety instructions. Remember how they emphasize placing your own oxygen mask on first before assisting others. This metaphor beautifully captures the Stoic wisdom of balancing empathy with self-care. While it's admirable to care for others and empathize with their struggles, Stoicism reminds us that we must also prioritize our own well-being. Without taking care of ourselves, we risk depleting our energy and becoming martyrs, overwhelmed by the unending demands of those around us. Picture a scenario where a friend seeks your help during a challenging time. You feel deeply for them and want to offer support, but it's crucial to assess whether assisting them aligns with your own capacity and need. Stoicism teaches us to set healthy boundaries, allowing us to express empathy without sacrificing our own peace and stability. By recognizing our limits, we ensure that our efforts to help others are sustainable and truly beneficial. This balance enables us to offer genuine support without feeling overburdened or resentful. Embracing this Stoic insight means understanding that self-care is not selfish, but a necessary foundation for effective and compassionate empathy. By nurturing our own well-being, we become better equipped to engage with others in meaningful and supportive ways. As you apply this principle, notice how it transforms your relationships, fostering authentic connections grounded in mutual respect and understanding. By balancing empathy and self-care, you cultivate a life of harmony and purpose where you can support others without losing yourself in the process. This practice encourages a healthy equilibrium that honors both your own needs and your desire to be a compassionate presence in the lives of those you care about. Understanding true friendship through the lens of Stoicism reveals that genuine connections thrive without the need for constant people-pleasing. Imagine a friendship where the value is measured not by how often you agree with each other, but by the mutual respect and acceptance of your authentic selves. Stoicism teaches us that true friends support our journey to virtue and self-improvement, encouraging us to live according to our own values rather than molding ourselves to fit theirs. In a world that often equates approval with loyalty, Stoic philosophy reminds us that real friendships are rooted in honesty and integrity. These connections allow us to express our true opinions and desires without fear of rejection or judgment. Consider a situation where your friend disagrees with a decision you make. A genuine friendship embraces this diversity of thought, recognizing that differing perspectives are opportunities for growth and understanding rather than reasons for conflict. True friends respect your boundaries and appreciate your individuality, supporting you in being your true self. This bond reduces the pressure to people-please as it thrives on authenticity rather than pretense. By fostering such relationships, you cultivate a network of support that champions your personal and philosophical development. As you embrace the Stoic ideal of true friendship, notice how your connections deepen, built on mutual respect and shared pursuit of virtue. This journey towards authentic connections emphasizes the importance of valuing yourself and others without the need for constant validation, leading to a more fulfilling and empowered life. Developing a Stoic mindset involves embracing a series of transformative steps that guide you towards self-empowerment while reducing reliance on others' opinions. Imagine preparing a garden for planting, clearing away the weeds and laying a fertile foundation for growth. The first step in adopting a Stoic mindset is to cultivate self-awareness, understanding your thoughts, emotions, and motivations. This awareness acts as a mirror, reflecting areas in need of nurturing and guiding you toward actions that align with your values, unclouded by external validation. Next, embrace the practice of rational thinking. Picture yourself stepping back from an emotionally charged situation, observing it from a distance with a calm and composed mind. By detaching from immediate emotional reactions, you allow reason and logic to guide your decisions. This rational approach empowers you to focus on what you can control, steering clear of the unpredictability of others' opinions. Another crucial step is to practice gratitude and acceptance. Envision a moment at the end of each day, reflecting on what you are thankful for, focusing on self-improvement without comparing yourself to others. This gratitude shifts your perspective toward recognizing the abundance within your life, reducing the desire to seek approval elsewhere. Acceptance, on the other hand, involves acknowledging the limitations of your control, leading to a serene acceptance of life as it unfolds. Lastly, integrate daily reflection and journaling into your routine. Imagine spending a few quiet moments each evening to jot down your thoughts, exploring how your actions align with your goals and values. This practice cultivates a deeper connection with your inner self, allowing you to identify changes necessary for personal growth and self-empowerment. Embracing these steps fosters a stoic mindset, guiding you toward a life marked by independence, resilience, and authenticity. As you incorporate these practices, you free yourself from the weight of others' judgments, stepping into a realm where your worth is defined by your own choices and values. This journey of developing a stoic mindset is about nurturing the soil of your mind, creating the perfect environment for your true self to flourish, rooted in self-belief and genuine empowerment. Nurturing personal growth through Stoicism involves embracing practices that prioritize self-improvement and meaningful internal progress over seeking external approval. Picture the process of sculpting a piece of art where every chisel stroke represents an intentional step toward refining your character. Stoicism offers a framework to guide this personal evolution, emphasizing a commitment to lifelong learning and self-reflection. A central practice in nurturing growth is the continuous pursuit of wisdom. Imagine your mind as a garden and wisdom as the sunlight that nurtures its growth. By actively seeking knowledge, engaging with philosophical texts, and learning from experiences, you cultivate a deeper understanding of yourself and the world around you. This pursuit isn't about collecting accolades from others, but about enriching your own perspective and honing your decision-making capabilities. Another vital aspect of personal growth is self-discipline, which serves as the foundation for consistent improvement. Picture yourself setting clear goals and dedicating time to develop skills that align with your values, much like a gardener tending to their plants with patience and dedication. Through self-discipline, you build resilience and the ability to resist distractions, fostering a life that reflects your true aspirations rather than others' expectations. Reflection and self-assessment are also key Stoic practices that promote growth. Consider spending time regularly reviewing your actions and thoughts, assessing how they align with your values and aspirations. This reflection is like examining a map on a journey, ensuring that you're heading in the right direction. It helps identify areas for improvement, offering insights into habits or beliefs that may need adjustment. As you engage in these practices, notice how they empower you to focus on personal development, free from the need for external affirmation. By valuing your own progress and recognizing your innate potential, you find fulfillment in the journey itself rather than in reaching a destination defined by others. This nurturing of personal growth through Stoicism transforms your life into a continuous adventure of self-discovery and achievement, guided by your own principles. Embrace this approach and watch how it shapes your path toward becoming the best version of yourself, grounded in inner strength and authentic self-expression. Stress reduction techniques inspired by Stoic philosophy provide us with practical tools to manage the anxiety that often accompanies people-pleasing. Imagine finding yourself in a moment of tension, feeling the weight of others' expectations pressing down on you. One powerful Stoic practice to counteract this is controlled breathing. Picture yourself taking a deep breath, slowly inhaling through your nose, allowing your chest to fill with air. Hold it for a brief moment, then gently exhale through your mouth. This simple act of mindful breathing grounds you in the present moment, releasing pent-up stress and creating a sense of calm amidst the chaos. It serves as a reminder that while you may not control the situation, you have control over your response. Another effective technique is cognitive distancing, which involves stepping back from your immediate emotional reactions to gain a clearer perspective. Imagine looking at a situation as if you were an observer rather than a participant, assessing it with a calm, rational mind. This mental distance allows you to separate your self-worth from the opinions of others, making it easier to remain true to your own values. When you practice cognitive distancing, you empower yourself to make decisions rooted in reason rather than emotion, reducing the pressure to conform to others' demands. By incorporating these Stoic-inspired techniques into your routine, you build a toolkit for managing stress that arises from people-pleasing tendencies. These approaches foster a state of inner peace, enabling you to navigate life's challenges with a steady and composed demeanor. As you embrace these practices, notice how they transform your interactions, providing a foundation for a life where your choices reflect your true priorities and aspirations, free from the burden of external pressures. Engaging with a community that values Stoicism can provide invaluable support in your journey to shed people-pleasing habits. Picture yourself in a circle of like-minded individuals who share your aspirations for inner growth and authenticity. This community becomes a sanctuary of understanding, where your values are mirrored and reinforced by others who seek similar truths. In an environment where Stoic principles are cherished, you find solace in knowing that you are not alone on this path. The collective wisdom of the group offers diverse insights and experiences that enrich your own understanding of Stoicism. Within this supportive network, you are encouraged to express yourself authentically without the fear of judgment or the need to conform. When surrounded by those who prioritize virtue and rational thinking, you are inspired to stay true to your own principles, reducing the urge to seek approval elsewhere. Consider the power of shared discussions on Stoic texts, where each voice contributes to a tapestry of wisdom, sparking reflection and growth. The community provides a space for honest dialogue, where challenges and triumphs are met with empathy and encouragement. This shared journey empowers you to identify and challenge your people-pleasing tendencies, replacing them with actions rooted in self-respect and integrity. As you engage with this network, you cultivate a sense of belonging that transcends superficial connections, based on mutual respect and a shared commitment to Stoic ideals. This camaraderie not only boosts your confidence but also reinforces the belief that you are capable of embracing a life guided by your own values. By immersing yourself in a Stoic community, you build a foundation of resilience and self-assurance, enabling you to navigate the complexities of life with clarity and purpose. This connection with others who walk a similar path fortifies your resolve, creating a supportive framework where your true self can flourish, unencumbered by the need for external validation. As you embrace this collective strength, notice how it transforms your perspective, empowering you to live a life of genuine fulfillment and self-empowerment, guided by the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. Finding freedom in solitude is a profound concept within Stoicism, where being alone transforms from isolation into a powerful state of self-reliance and empowerment. Imagine a quiet space where you can truly be yourself, free from the influences and expectations of others. In this solitude, you find the opportunity to reflect, understand your true desires, and nurture your inner strength. Stoicism teaches us that solitude is not about being lonely, but about reconnecting with your authentic self. It's a sanctuary where you can explore your thoughts, motivations, and goals without external distractions. Consider the moments when you're immersed in your own company, engaging in self-reflection, perhaps through journaling or meditation. This time spent alone becomes a valuable tool for gaining clarity and building resilience. Solitude allows you to detach from the need for validation, enabling you to make decisions that truly reflect your values and aspirations. By embracing time alone, you develop a deeper understanding of your needs and desires, strengthening your sense of self-worth independent of others' opinions. In this state of self-sufficiency, you cultivate the confidence to face life's challenges with a centered and composed mindset. As you integrate the Stoic practice of solitude into your routine, notice how it enhances your ability to think critically and make choices that align with your authentic self. This practice of being alone not only fosters personal growth, but also empowers you to navigate relationships with greater clarity and intention. Embrace solitude as a tool for self-empowerment and observe how it transforms your perspective, allowing you to live with purpose and integrity, grounded in the strength that comes from within. Translating Stoicism into modern life involves integrating its timeless principles into the fabric of our daily routines to counteract the pull of people-pleasing. Imagine the morning rush to work when the urge to meet others' expectations threatens to dictate your actions. the first step is harnessing the power of rational thinking. As you prepare for the day, take a moment to set clear intentions for how you wish to engage with others, focusing on your own values. This deliberate approach transforms daily interactions into opportunities for authentic expression. Consider the practice of mindfulness a key Stoic tenet. Picture pausing amid the bustle of a busy day to take a deep breath, centering yourself and embracing the present moment. This fosters a sense of calm, allowing you to engage with others without slipping into patterns of constant approval seeking. Another practical application is setting boundaries. Imagine a colleague asking you to take on extra tasks. Rather than immediately agreeing, assess the request against your own priorities, ensuring that your response reflects your values and available resources. By doing so, you maintain control over your commitments, reinforcing your autonomy. Embrace the principle of acceptance by recognizing what is beyond your control. Picture yourself at a social gathering where opinions abound. Instead of feeling pressured to conform, remember that you cannot dictate others' perceptions. Focus on being true to yourself, freeing you from the constant need to please. Incorporating these Stoic practices into modern life creates a shift toward self-empowerment, where your actions are guided by personal integrity rather than external demand. As you integrate these steps into your routine, notice how they transform your interactions, nurturing genuine relationships and fostering a life aligned with your own values. This journey of applying Stoicism equips you to navigate the complexities of modern life with a grounded sense of self, reducing the grip of people-pleasing and allowing your authentic self to shine. Visualizing success and resilience through the lenses of Stoic philosophy offers profound benefits in overcoming people-pleasing behaviors. Imagine yourself standing on the peak of a mountain, surveying the vast landscape below. This visualization represents a state where you've achieved your goals, grounded in personal values and unswayed by others' opinions. Through Stoic meditations, you can cultivate this inner strength and resilience. Picture a moment of calm reflection each morning, visualizing yourself navigating the day's challenges with grace and determination. This meditation becomes a mental rehearsal, envisioning yourself responding to situations with clarity and poise. Visualizations like these empower you to remain focused on your principles, strengthening your resolve to act in alignment with your true self. As you practice these meditations, allow the vision of success to fill you with confidence, reinforcing your ability to say no to requests that don't serve your goals. By consistently envisioning resilience, you mentally prepare yourself to handle criticism or rejection without compromising your values. This practice builds a foundation of strength, enabling you to walk your path with authenticity and assurance. As you integrate these visualizations into your routine, you create a roadmap to a life where your actions reflect your aspirations, free from the constant need to please others. Embrace the power of Stoic visualization and meditation, and witness how they transform your mindset, nurturing a life of fulfillment and self-empowerment. This journey through visualizations is a step toward becoming the architect of your own happiness, resilient and steadfast in the face of external expectations. Confronting and accepting criticism through a Stoic lens involves using feedback as a catalyst for growth while maintaining your self-esteem. Imagine receiving a critique at work that you feel is unfair or unwarranted. Instead of immediately reacting defensively, a Stoic approach encourages a moment of pause for reflection. In these instances, consider the feedback carefully and objectively, assessing whether there is truth in the remarks that could aid your personal or professional growth. This practice of dispassionate evaluation helps you separate the useful insights from the noise of unwarranted criticisms. Stoicism teaches that external opinions do not define your worth. Rather, they are opportunities to learn and adapt. Picture yourself as a ship on the sea where criticism is like the weather. While you cannot change the weather, you can adjust your sails to navigate through it. By embracing a mindset of resilience, you bolster your self-esteem, recognizing that your value is independent of others' perceptions. Furthermore, practice self-compassion when faced with criticism. Imagine offering yourself the same kindness and understanding you would extend to a friend in a similar situation. This self-compassion safeguards your self-esteem, reminding you that everyone faces critique as part of the human experience. By viewing criticism as a chance to refine and improve, you transform it from a potential stumbling block into a stepping stone for personal growth. As you incorporate these Stoic strategies, notice how your perspective on criticism shifts, allowing you to engage with feedback constructively. This practice not only strengthens your resilience but also ensures that your self-esteem remains intact, paving the way for a life of empowerment and authenticity. Embrace this Stoic wisdom and watch as you become more adept at handling criticism with grace and confidence, free to pursue your path with integrity and self-assuredness. Throughout history, countless individuals have turned to Stoic philosophy for guidance in overcoming people-pleasing tendencies and embracing self-empowerment. Consider the story of James, a corporate executive who once felt trapped in constantly trying to meet the expectations of his demanding workplace and colleagues. Feeling exhausted and losing sight of his own aspirations, James sought out Stoic teachings as a way to reclaim his life. By embracing the principle of focusing only on what he could control, James learned to set boundaries and prioritize his own well-being. He began practicing daily mindfulness, taking moments to reflect on his values and aligning his actions with them. Through Stoic journaling, he documented these reflections, which helped him identify his patterns of overcommitment and understand his motivations. Over time, James developed the courage to say no to tasks that didn't align with his goals, creating space for self-development and genuine happiness. Another inspiring example comes from Sarah, a young artist who struggled with self-doubt and the constant desire to please others with her work. She felt torn between pursuing her authentic vision and creating art that would be universally liked. Through the influence of Stoicism, Sarah embraced the wisdom of detachment, understanding that others' opinions were beyond her control. She began to focus instead on the joy and growth derived from the creative process itself. By practicing gratitude, she anchored herself in the present, appreciating the journey rather than fixating on the outcome. This shift allowed her to express her true self unapologetically, leading to a flourishing career that was celebrated for its authenticity and depth. Both James and Sarah's stories illustrate the transformative power of Stoic principles in overcoming people-pleasing behaviors. Their journeys remind us that by focusing on what truly matters to us and embracing the wisdom of Stoicism, we can cultivate a life enriched with self-empowerment and authenticity. These real-life examples serve as a testament to the enduring impact of Stoic philosophy, guiding individuals toward a more fulfilling and liberated existence. In summary, the Stoic strategies we explored today provide a solid philosophical foundation alongside practical approaches to overcome the habits of people-pleasing and reclaim your personal power. By practicing acceptance, fostering emotional resilience, and understanding the dichotomy of control, you empower yourself to live according to your own values rather than seeking constant approval from others. Stoicism teaches us to set healthy boundaries, prioritize self-care, and build genuine connections rooted in authenticity. These practices help anchor you in the present, enabling you to navigate life's challenges with clarity and confidence. As you incorporate Stoic principles into your daily life, notice how they transform your perspective, allowing you to lead a life of fulfillment and integrity. We invite you to try out one of these insights, maybe by reflecting on your boundaries or practicing gratitude, and see how it shapes your experiences. Engage with the content by sharing your stories or questions in the comments. We'd love to hear how Stoic wisdom is empowering you. If you found value in this discussion, consider subscribing, liking, and sharing this video to stay updated with more insights on self-empowerment through Stoicism. Let's continue this journey together toward a life of genuine self-discovery and empowerment. Reflect on the people-pleasing habits in your life and consider how they impact your sense of self and well-being. We encourage you to pick one Stoic technique we've discussed today, perhaps practicing gratitude or setting personal boundaries, and integrate it into your daily routine. Notice how this small change can lead to more profound transformations, fostering a life guided by your own values and principles. Join our community here, where we support each other on this journey of self-empowerment through Stoicism. By connecting with like-minded individuals, you can share experiences, seek advice, and continue to learn ways to strengthen your inner self. If you found today's insights helpful, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it with friends who might also benefit. This will ensure you stay updated with future insights and continue exploring the wisdom of Stoicism together. Let's cultivate a life of authenticity and resilience, stepping confidently into a future shaped by the strength of our truth.